What is up, guys and gals? My name is Splattercat, and the embargo is lifted. It is lifted, Nerd Castle, so we can play as much stories as we want to play right now. Welcome all back to the Nerd Castle. If you haven't seen the game so far, it's called Stories, which is in itself a story of a guy named Reynaldo or something. He runs around stabbing people. He's a fox. He spends a weird amount of time around, like, rabbits, even though he's a fox, protecting them and generally being their friend. I'm assuming he's trying to make up for damage done by his people over the course of the last several thousand years of evolution. Either way, welcome on back to the channel. We got a decision to make. In the previous episode, we had trusted our dear friend Lupino to take the crystal against our better judgment so that we could go off our doomsday weapon to fight the Empire, that is. We were getting, I guess, a reverse Death Star weapon to try and stop them with. We gave it to Lupino so that he could take it to the scientists that are on our side, so that we could go rescue a whole bunch of prisoners and maybe get a whole bunch of Imperial communiques from the Imperial base. We did get those communiques, and we found out that apparently they're attacking one of our bases now with the rebellion, and that they've also captured Lupino. This might be an opportunity to get the core back. You know, I just don't know if I want to keep messing around. You know what? Let's make this the playthrough of the Lupino, shall we? I'm going to focus on Lupino-related options on this one, and then if we end up playing through again, we'll try things a bit differently.
Who knew what was going on at the base? But he knew what the Ravens would do to Lupino if Reynaldo didn't rescue him fast. What are old friends for, if not to need rescuing every few days?
They're going to cover him with Sharpie X's. That's what you found out right there, and then shake their fists at him in a confrontational yet delightfully non-violent way. I bet that's exactly what's happening. Sure. Let's put our trust in it.
Reynaldo felt a twinge of doubt. Should he have gone to the base? No. Logically, wherever they'd taken Lupino was probably where they took the core, right? Oh, why couldn't Lupino have just, for once, not got himself captured? Was that too much to ask? He shouldn't be too hard on the rabbit. No, he meant well, and he was insanely brave. You have to admire that.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that this dock has a seagull problem. Brutal. Alright, so now that our embargo has been freshly, I'm excited about this. I got the
I craft a sword now. It's going to be really short.
It's the really short sword. Insert short jokes here. What can I do with the ore that I have available? Eventually, I'll get the hero sword to look a little bit cooler. Also allows you to heal yourself. That might be pretty good, especially if we're lacking in heals. It'll make us the best cobbler we can possibly be. Let's continue. None of those crafty gnomes coming around to do our work for us, inspiring all the townsfolk to think that we're the laziest cobbler ever. Cobbler. That's what I need right now. Good peach cobbler. How come people only make peach cobbler and apple cobbler? Although that's a brown Betty.
They look so breakable.
They do look so breakable. There's something enjoyable about, for example, the exact same thing I would say as in Enter the Gungeon, just like running through crates. Just breaking stuff is fun for... No, I shouldn't have done that! Oh, I shouldn't have done that. That was stupity-doopity. Can I go back? Oh, man. I kind of want to go back. I shouldn't have done that. I'm going to go back. Okay, so it starts you from the beginning of the story if you reload your save, so that's perfectly fine. I'm going to go this way, though, because this way... Oh, there's enemies right here. Get back! Get back, you little nasty crows! Raven's gotta get stabbed now. Gonna throw you off of a cliff.
Welcome to Earth. Reynaldo told the corpses. It was something he'd seen in a play once.
Welcome to Earth. And what the hell is that smell? That's my favorite part, is when he starts kicking the alien when it's on the ground. Because it's stinky. Nothing like punishing something for being sticky. See, we missed out on 3 ore. 3 ore, Nerd Castle. Would you have forgiven me in the comments if I had just haphazardly left 3 ore behind? I bet you wouldn't have. Oh, he's trying to laser me again. Oh, no. There's so much parrying going on. Oh, he tried. Gotcha. And gotcha. So that's one less warlock for us to worry about. They never have peace locks in these games.
Reynaldo danced around the room yelling, oh yeah, that's how we do it. It was something he liked to do, but only after he'd killed all the witnesses.
Obviously, we have a reputation to maintain here. We can't have too much revelry along the way. Hey, what you doing in this neighborhood, Crate? This looks like a bad neighborhood for you to be in. Foxes only, no crates allowed. I always thought it'd be funny if, like, instead there was like an idiot philosopher, so instead his name would be No Crates. Or Nocrates instead of Socrates. Because he's so Crates. Or not really Crates. I don't know. You can call him whatever you want. I have a fire sword and I haven't been using it. So there's a hero gate down that way. There's a thing over there that's going to allow us to get some new skills. But each of these goes in a different direction. Now, I'm going to unlock this right here. Because it looks like we can get back. So, there you go, door. Let me pleasure you with my blade for a moment. And despawns. And now, I'm going to check this area, which is extra crumbly. Which is how I prefer my cotija. I'm going to go back the long way just because I don't look down at anybody, let alone heights. It's just not a nice thing to do. I'm always worried those teleporters are not going to take me back to where I want to go. Alright, so perfect. We got that all locked in. Let's see what's down. So what does this do right here? Oh no, we get ambushed is what happens. Luckily, that raven got stuck. Otherwise, yeah, that would have happened right there. I was trying to do you a kindness and show you what would have happened if I hadn't blocked that previous one. Sir, you seem to be bleeding. My style was acceptable. It was okie day. I don't know which direction I want to go in. Either way, I'm missing out on something. This upsets me. I'm a completionist, and I want to get everything. And this deeply, deeply upsets me. How come they're only dropping energy here? I've got energy. Maybe I should be using... Oh, I missed the fruit of healing. Delicious fruit of healing. There we go. Perfect. The delicious fruit of healing has now been given unto me in my mouth. Sweet stuff. Maybe. So does using the fire sword, like, actually make me deal more damage or anything? Oh, wow. We killed the hell out of those guys. I'm just going to go with this one right here. It gifted me with an opportunity. See, that's why I bet it took me up to there. And then how do I get to that, though? Oh, it changes my dash, too. It makes my dash look a little bit different. It makes it fiery. I'm going to see if maybe I can get the warlock first. Get a double parry right there. A triple parry. Hopefully we don't get hit from off screen. I'm thinking it's going to happen, though. Yeah, let's go ahead and punish that. He did a side flip in between just because it wasn't Neo enough yet. It wasn't Neo enough yet.
Where are they holding Lupino anyway? There was no sign of him or the ravens who'd captured him. Just rocks and snow and the usual scouts. No sign of the core either. Was this a wild rabbit chase? Oh, trust Lupino to screw up even getting captured. But what was this rebellion for anyway? Well, Lupino was a useless goof. But he was a friend. If friends didn't matter anymore, what was the point of winning this war?
It's the power of friendship, y'all. There's a shadow door down there. How is it that I always pick the way that ends up with me getting less treasure?
Renado's paws were getting numb. Calaveras really didn't want company, did he?
Covered in fur, man. They've got clothing on top of the fur. I would assume that coldness is like the last thing you'd worry about. I'm sweating my ass off right now, and it's only like 80 degrees. Any fruits is inside these crystals? Oh, there are some lovely little ores right here. Okay. Can I light that? Like with my fire sword? No, I can't. Okay, it was just a question. It was just something that needed investigation before we went further into the game. I missed out on one of those weird anoxic pumpkins, I guess. It's turning purple because it's holding...
Definitely easier to fight inanimate objects.
It's purple because it's holding its breath. That's the joke. Ooh, this one's crumbly too. I don't have the ice sword, so I couldn't have got to that one anyways, but I think you can maybe claw across to that. I'm missing a little bit of energy and a little bit of health. I think it's probably worth it to break open these little chunks of glacier. Yeah, there we go. Now we're in much better shape.
Huh? A lever? That was new. Most people still use doorknobs.
Do those sheet, like, periodically, or... Then why would I want to uncover them?
The rebellion would soon be engaging the Imperial fleet in a desperate battle. All Renato had done was save a friend. It didn't feel as good as he'd hoped.
No one can judge me. I do what I do for friendship. No matter how big of a screw-up he is, I'm down for friends. To my mind, a friend is like one of those guys that's just like ride or die, no matter what. Like, it doesn't matter what the plan is. He'd be like, well, I guess I'm on board for this, simply by nature of the fact that we're friends. That's like real friendship right there. And so, that mindset explained, I hope you understand why I do what I do.
At the end of the mountain path, Renato came to a clearing. There was a campfire, raven feathers, and... oh, Lupino's lucky deck of cards. Well, that wasn't good. Renato hoped Lupino would not try to cheat his captors at cards. Ravens were much better than weasels at counting, and they had a very poor sense of humor. Then, he saw what he had hoped never to see. Fresh scraps of rabbit fur. Ragged and bloody, ravens would eat anything. By Crabthar's hammer! Renato screamed at the sky. I will avenge you! The rebels had assembled their fleet. Ahead, the clouds were dark with Imperial ships. If he could reach the Emperor before the rest of the rebels did, maybe he could settle this without too much bloodshed. He set sail, and the Farfarer shot forward.
I didn't expect to hear a Galaxy Quest reference. That's like not a reference that you ever expect to hear inside of anything. I grabbed Thaw's hammer! Oh, good stuff. Good stuff.
Poor Lupino had never been a great warrior. The mad rabbit was good for a lark and a laugh. And a pint. The thought of ravens eating him made Renato furious. The way they were eating up the land. The way the Emperor was eating up the people with his new, bloodthirsty ways. He would make them all pay.
Alright, everybody roll d20 for Fury. The current goal, avenge Lupino. We don't even get a choice. They're like, you have to kill somebody. Yeah, I'm thinking we're supposed to do multiple playthroughs because it just feels that way to me. I'm gonna upgrade this beezy right here.
The trusty old sword was always a little better when he sharpened it.
I don't think we sharpened it. We had like runes and all kinds of crazy shit to it. Damn, son. That thing's all kinds of shiny now. I wonder if it hits harder. Either way, we should be able to heal ourselves from here on in, so I can play sloppy now. Yay! I've reached the ultimate goal that every gamer desires. Playing as sloppily and as lazily as possible. Because we have noob nets protecting us. Was that a cave over there? Oh, I thought that looked like a cave. For just a minute, it had the inkling of cavature. Is this shared between everything? It is. Okay, so my magical energy is shared in between all of my different meters. Gotcha. So I'll have to be aware of that too. Luckily, the fire damage didn't really seem... Oh, we can't get through the shadow door, so I guess that's that. Hey there.
I felt like he was ready to learn new things. Thank goodness he didn't have to go to school for that.
Let's go for aggressive defense. Because we do counter a lot, and so that makes it so we deal 10 every single time we counter one of the ravens. What's the difference between a raven and a crow? Is there a difference? They're the same thing? I don't know. There's ravens / crows all over the place here. They're always getting beat up by little tiny birds, though. I feel kind of guilty. Like they're like these big, badass, incredibly smart birds, and they're just always getting choked out by stupid-ass little sparrows.
Odd that they never locked these things.
Yeah, it's true. They do have a lock on the front of them. I wonder if that was the development team's like casual way to make a joke about the fact that they designed a chest with a key on the front of it, but then none of them are ever locked. Oh, we got ravens to slay now. Oh, you're not going to get me, Raven. I am fueled with the fire of avenging Lupino. My friend! My only friend! I haven't had a burgeoning social life, and you guys ruined it all. One is now indeed the loneliest number that it's ever been. Ah! Oh, you can cancel him out, though. That's pretty good. Whatcha! I like to go, whatcha! When I teleport. It makes me feel good about things.
Bernardo felt new powers ready to blossom within him, or something.
Indeed. Probably within my bosom region, the bosom region. If you wanted to say it in French. That's not French. All the French people down in the comments right now, that is not bosom in French. That is not it. Inside your décolletage. There's a big word. That's a $5 word right there. The décolletage. A little bit of energy back. I do wish you could chain dash, sort of in the same way.
He found a Superman issue #1 in mint condition in a jar he'd broken. He planned to keep breaking things until he had the whole series.
Could be a long adventure. We dropped a plank over there. I don't know if anybody noticed. So we can go right or we can go left. And once we pick, there's no coming back. I'm going this way. Haha! Treasure! I knew I picked thusly. I have chosen well. Ooh, and we got a water essence, which gets us closer to the Frostblade, too. So what happens if I, like... Does it just give me, like, fizzly energy? Oh! I like it when my heal spells go, oh! What's wrong with that? People are always so judgmental about what heal spells are supposed to sound like. But you know what? GQ doesn't get to decide what heal spells look and sound like, okay? Ooh. I don't know what I want to do here, but it seems like we got a little bit of a... Ow! Seems like we got a little bit of a snowstorm going. Something's brewing. And it ain't no bear. Not my best fight. Not the best one that I've ever whipped out. We once again lack the Shadow Key, so we can't get inside of there. Man, I should have saved for the Shadow Sword, but I think that one's going to be harder to get than some of the other ones. By the way, that lag is inside the game right now. We're dropping about 15 frames. Just because of the wind effect, I think. I'm not totally sure. Yeah, it was just that area, I guess. Oh, it took us back over to here. Well, then I'm glad I picked the right direction.
Oh, you got such delicious looking eyeballs.
Caught the lead, Raven.
Thank you, I think.
How are Raven promotions handled? Is it just the Raven that's, like, best at dropping walnuts in front of cars? That's gotta be it. I mean, that's the main thing that Ravens in my neighborhood seem to spend all their time doing. Ooh, free ore. Weirdly enough, we're kind of low on that. Oh yeah, look at that. You can regenerate all kinds of health if you want to. This might be the sword for me. Yo, ho, 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 a Healy sword for me.
Always wanted a flying carpet. This was more like a flying tabletop. But it would do.
Would it, though? Would it? Oh, man. I think they got me trapped. Let's try this again. Yeah, I'll handle him real fast. Then I'll handle you.
Bernardo felt ready to become faster, stronger, bolder. If only he could figure out which.
We got 2 skill points right now. That means we should be able to do some pretty hardcore self-improvement.
Given up every objective to save his friend. He'd given up the armature, the core, the gem, and even Zenobia. He loved Lupino, he realized. Now the rabbit was gone. A hero looks out for his friends, even when they're gone. He would send Lupino an honor guard of ravens to serve him in the halls of the Valiant. He would avenge him.
Sounds good to me. Let's get after it. Oh, our boat is moving right now, and I didn't even realize it. Yeah, we are traveling. Oh, prepare to be boarded! Chat with them on the port side, lads! Doot, 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 doot. Oh, I could have gone over there. Oh, that was legit. I like the little time, I like the time freezy thing that they did. It made me happy. I like time freezies. Little bit of energy back right there. Oh, don't fly off the ship. I need you. I need you just like I needed Lupino. He was my only friend. My social life is so dull. Now what do I do? Spend time with my family? I can't do that. I'm not that desperate. Oh! Get skilled on! Get skilled on, Ravens! Get skilled on! Yeah, they're not following Kung Fu rules anymore. I just figured I'd mention that. In the beginning of the game, it seems like they were a little bit standoffish about attacking me. They go one by one. Now, it just seems like they're all in. There we go. That's good enough. Music is pretty legit too. I'm kind of listening to it in the background. I'm sorry if I'm droning it out with my incessant prattle. I don't see anything over here or on this side. Let's continue. God, they should stop doing that. This isn't a Great White concert. You can't be just like lighting flames randomly at the edge of my stage. It's a tiny bit terrifying. I feel like those like fire grate things are going to do something not so great. So shield grunts block. Grab and throw another grunt into him and it'll knock his shield away. Okay. Gotcha. That worked remarkably well. That was super effective. Raven faints. That's so Raven. No! It reset my counter. I don't like that at all. I wanted my counter to stand forever. A testament to my slaughter. Oh, that looks like a death ray. With a boarding port. Just in case you want to dramatically walk into a death ray at some point. What is this? Yeah, I think you're supposed to play the game a couple different times.
Finally, he reached the Emperor's ship. And there was Lupino, surrounded by ravens. He was alive. They'd eaten some other rabbit. "I'll save you!" he shouted with joy and flung himself at the ravens. "Aw, you shouldn't have," said Lupino when the last raven was down.
Renato threw his arms around his best friend.
"I had to come. I love you, man." "You really, really shouldn't have," said Lupino. And Renato felt a rather sharp pain in his back. As he collapsed, Lupino took the dagger out of Renato's back and wiped it off on Renato's sleeve. "Why, you always have to be the hero. Brave Renato, epic Renato, super sexy Renato, and I'm sick of it. But I loved you." "And you thought I was the idiot," said Lupino as Renato died.
No!
Okay, that was weird. He could have sworn he just died. Instead, he was on the Farfarer, sailing away from Ubar. And it was still burning. He'd fled burning Ubar years ago, hadn't he? And now he was back there. Had all those years fighting the Empire been nothing but a vision into the future? A useful vision if it was true. He'd learned something. Lupino was a traitor. Renato had suspected there was something wrong with the mad rabbit. But now he knew there was malice behind his goofiness.
Cool. So a new truth has been revealed. Lupino is a traitor. Tier 2 skills unlocked. They Patrick Duffy'd us. I'm like, ah, no, it's just a dream. Don't worry about it. Oh, there's a new location, too. Ah, so this is going to be a bit like Hand of Fate. So it looks like we have to unlock 4 truths in order to get that to unlock, which does something. And there's so many stories, like, look at them all. Like, that one right there took me like an hour and a half. If you were going to unlock all of these, I mean, I'm extrapolating here, but you're easily looking at 15 hours of gameplay just unlocking stories. And the way that they're told is it's still entertaining to play back through another time. So you know what? We're going to do it. My name is Splattercat. This game is called Stories. Lupino is a dirty, rotten little traitor. Thanks for stopping on by, everybody. I'll see you next time. I do.